Let me get that. I can't film out of the way. There we go. Wait for you guys to get in here. We're just not really doing a whole lot today. My plant isn't growing. It's just not growing. It's just not growing, but it's still a pretty little flower pot. But I water it. I'm watering it every day. I took it out of the window to see if it'll help, speed up the process for the, the little wildflower to come out. But so far, nothing has come out just yet. So I'm waiting for you guys. I see somebody's in here. Oh, it's beautiful Pebbles. It's nice to see you. I don't know why this is so hazy. Is it mine or is it the light? I can't tell. Maybe it was my... That looks much clearer. That looks really clear, actually. Hey, Haley. Hey, Karen. It's nice to see you guys. I was a little foggy in here, and I thought it was the light, from the window and stuff, and apparently it wasn't. It was my camera. It was dirty. It was dirty. Hey, Sam. Lulu, Cynthia, it's nice to see you all. We're kind of just hanging out. I'm waiting for a grocery order to come here because I still... I have never spent so much money on wheels not to have wheels to go to a store. This is an experience for you. I gotta say, this is definitely an experience for you. I just realized I have a crap ton of Keurig pods. That's tea. That's peach tea up there. I forgot all about those. I just happened to see those. Just happened to see them. I like my Keurigs. I don't know where I got that. I think when my mom worked at Cisco, they were giving some of them away, and she had a few boxes, so. Pen 1010, it's nice to see you guys. Hey. So, this morning we were going over a few things. Sorry, guys, I'm just exhausted today. We were going over a few things related to Sebastian Rogers, and, I've been kind of going through a lot of stuff, just trying to hone in. I've been doing a lot of timeline work right now. So I've got like a bunch of stuff. Like I'm just sitting here just working because I was making some eggs, some boiled eggs, which reminds me, I wonder if I can have one now. Have they cooled off? Can I get one? Can I get one broken up? I don't know. Maybe you guys should come over here with me. Here, you guys. Oh, I forgot you guys are recorded. Hold on a second. I've got a charger cord on you. There we go. Can you guys sit there? Yeah. Sorry, I want to get an egg. So, egg it is. Remember Egg Lady? The Alec Murdoch case. Egg Lady. Oh, good heavens. Now, if I can just get up under here without scratching the egg. So far, I'm doing good. I only got one tiny little nick from my nail in there. Oh, I need to go up under. There we go. So this is what I do. I put my nail up under like this, so I peel it off. Because I go the other way and I always get my nail nicks in the egg. But everybody says that you need to have, baking soda, you need to do this, you need to do that. Let me just tell you, this is just plain old water and a dash of salt. See, I just got my nail in it. And here you go. I mean, it's a little flat. That's because they've rested. But, I don't have to do anything to see. I don't want, that's like a nail, that's a little nail nick right there. But, I mean, for the most part, it's fully peeled. It's a perfect egg. No gray. No gray at all. I need some salt. So what I do is I put my eggs in. Now I have an older stove. I mean, it's a flat, it's a glass top stove, but it's an older stove. So I know that the newer stoves to this day, I think they heat your water up in like 90 seconds or something like that. I was craving a hard-boiled egg. This one does not. So I set it on the number 5, and I literally just let it until it starts boiling just a little bit. I think it's like 16 or 20 minutes. And you got a light boil, and then I just turned the water off, and I put it on for another 15 minutes. Another 10 minutes. And no gray, and I have no problem peeling it. So, Egg Lady in the Murdoch case.
That lady was mad. Remember that? Justice Jane, she was freaking mad. I had never, sorry, I don't want to be eating in front of you guys, sorry. I'm telling you, I had never seen, none of us knew what was going on. And so, you know, Judge Newman's there. And he's like, well, we have to have, you know, they're talking about, I think she's the one that had the boyfriend or the husband that had that was saying that she was talking and stuff like that. And there was a Facebook, you know, there was a whole hoopla about it. Long story short, Judge Newman decided that there was just too much going on there. He couldn't risk it because obviously it's a murder trial. So he had to boot her off the jury. And so when he's booting her off the jury, he's asked her, he goes, well, do you need to get anything out from the jury room? And she's like, just my eggs. I'm like, what is she going to do? Go get the eggs and egg everybody? I had no earthly idea somebody actually brought eggs into the jury, farmed fresh eggs. I had no clue. None whatsoever. No clue whatsoever. So I just start busting out laughing. I think we all did because we were live. Weren't we live? We had that trial live. Because I was out there for the first, I think I was out there for the jury selection and then I came back. Hey, Nani, it's nice to see you. Is Misty in? Hi, guys. For those that I haven't said hi to, Misty, it's nice to see you. Justice Jane, I think I said hi to you. Who else we got? Medical Girl. Aw, it's nice to see you, Love Bug. Nice to see you. So it was just, I don't know. It was the, I'm the egg lady. Too bad Dick and James are not in throwing distance. But that was freaking hilarious. That was hilarious. I think, wasn't I driving down there while we were watching it? I was going somewhere because I remember driving, having the computer running in the seat next to me so we could have the live because there was a trial going on and you guys were here for the trial and I'm traveling. And that was a really weird experience, I gotta be honest with you. Mods in chat, hey Barbosa, it's nice to see you. So I don't know, you know, I see a lot of people out here on these streets and, you know, I don't even know what to say. I've just got to not say anything because it's just going to stir up more drama. But I gotta tell you, I'm really, and this is for everything involved. I'm just really upset about the whole Sebastian Rogers, everything, you know. When I know what I know, it's like, you know, I'm sorry, Seth was completely railroaded. I don't care how you look at it. He was completely railroaded by everybody. And I can't imagine, you know, having to deal with a missing son that you love and then having to deal with all the drama and chaos that ensued thereafter. And there's even more pain there that's not my business. And so I just stay out of it, you know. But it's just, it really does hurt my heart that we have such an opportunity on this platform and on many others in this genre to come together and do good by these cases. And when we have a really good opportunity to stand in solidarity and unity to get a job done, you know, you got people that look at me, I can do it better, I can do it better. I just get so over it. It's like, who cares, you know? If you go out there and you are posting up flyers, how hard is that? How hard is that? You know, helping out, sharing how hard is that? It's just, I don't know. I think this case, you know, there's a lot of, I always believe things happen for a reason. And, you know, there's been a lot of things that have been going on, you know, in my life personally, you know, from the lawsuit, you guys know the public breakup and everything like that, you know, with things that are going on in my personal life. Everybody kept thinking it was the lawsuit. I kept telling everybody it has nothing to do with the lawsuit. The lawsuit's the furthest of my problems. As you guys can see, I was not lying or deceiving. I can give two shits about the damn lawsuit. But, you know, I've had a lot of time because with the car being down, you know, being in this house alone. Right? You guys are my friends. I come live just so than myself. That's a little creepy. I've got to be honest with you. I creep myself out. Okay, I know when it's time to go live. But you know, it's given me a lot of time to reflect, and I truly believe that this case happened for a reason, for me, while I was, you know, and obviously, this is the way it is for me in my deductive reasoning for the life, you know, in my path. But I felt like this was an eye-opening event for me, like a super, super eye-opening event for me. Like for everybody that I, you know, looked up to, everybody I thought I want to be, everybody that I try to be, and I realized that I want to be like none of them, you know? I am like none of them. And I want something different. I want to do something more impactful than this hot mess express right here. You know, I got to literally sit back because I've always been in the mix, because I've always had somebody encouraging me to be in the mix. So this is kind of one of those big opportunities where I got to really sit back and just get a lay of the land, you know? Does that make sense? Where I just got to see how everybody conducted themselves, how they do this, how they do that. But this was the first time that I actually had time to take notice, right? I've never, I mean, think about it. I've been so busy with everything going on. I'm running a mile a minute, and that's at best. This is the first time I have been still for a really long time, and you guys know it's been driving me up a damn wall. But I've had time to really look at things and really soul search and really decide, you know, do I want to be that? And I gotta tell you, it's a big fat frickin' no. It is a big fat frickin' hell to the nah. I don't want to be like that. I don't have any desire. I like being me. When we need to go out there and we need to advocate and be activists, we are. When we need to be here and be, you know, talking about these cases and commentating and driving the ball and keeping them in the spotlight, that's what we do. But it's always been a victim-focused and victim-oriented process. It's never been to hurt anyone except the bad guys, because obviously the bad guys have hurt somebody. And so this whole new thing of, you know, this popularity contest, we're going to beat and club a father of a missing, I got to tell you, I know everybody has their point, and maybe they just have a valid point to bring home, but I'm sorry, there is no valid point to treat a father of a missing child when their child could be dead like this. I'm sorry. None. There is no excuse. There's no excuse. And even if you don't like we don't get the choice to talk about a spokesperson. You know what we get to do? We get to accept the package. Okay? That's what we do. We don't get to make decisions for families. And we accept that we didn't do this to Dean. We didn't go through his life. We didn't turn his life upside down, the spokesperson for Riley Strain. We didn't ask him what his credentialing was or if he had a PhD or anything. We gave him a fighting chance to come out and give us information, which nobody even gave Tony Mathis that fighting chance, and instead chose to dog him, chose to dog Seth, and chose to come up with nicknames because they don't like him out of disrespect. And these are people that I once highly respected, acting like complete buffoons and using horrific names to describe a father and his spokesperson. You know, whatever your justification for doing that, you're justifying your behavior, just to make sure everybody's aware of it, because there's no good excuse for it. And so, you know, obviously I was kicked out of a Facebook group, kind of, sort of, right? Which everybody knows there's always a contingency plan upon a contingency plan upon a contingency plan, so they can keep booting, but I'm always going to be up where I need to be. And the stuff that I'm seeing on there is again, just atrocious. It's disgusting. Not everything. There are some good people driving the right bus, you know, talking about the right things on that. But I absolutely think anybody that has a nugget in their brain after what that group did to Seth should, I don't care how good the information, should unsubscribe on principle and principle alone. Just me personally. But I just hope, I don't know, I just kind of hope that this kind of dies down. But I'm sick and tired of hearing people go on their thing and put a poll, should I get in or should I go out? Oh no, you should stay in, please. They need you. They need you. You're the only person that got, like, cut it out. I don't got time for that shit. You know, that's the kind of crap that irritates me, right? Because are you really here for the victim? Because what's all the complaining about if you're here for the victim? I get my feelings hurt on every single case, right? I got people that I go out to try to help somebody sending a freaking binder to law, like they give a shit, right? But they still do that just to try to hurt and hinder me. So it's like, I don't get this philosophy of hurting people that are trying to help. Whether you agree with them or not, it's not your decision. I think people in this society need to know their role. I really do. I think people have lost direction and forgot their role. Let me tell you, let me break it down for you. For the people that are going to be coming and watching this, your role is yourself. That's your role. Your role is you. It ain't me. It ain't Bee Betty. It ain't Misty. It ain't Pebbles. Right? It's you. You have control over yourself and yourself alone. So if you want to justify your bad behavior, justify it. But understand you're justifying your bad behavior. Seth does not deserve this. He's got a missing kid. I don't care about your personal opinion about his life. You don't get to live his life. You get to live yours and yours alone. And you don't want anybody else up in your crap telling you how to live your life, do you? Because I certainly don't want anybody telling me how to live my life. Just saying. Bee Betty, you want me to tell you and dictate to you when to get up, when to go to bed, how much money you can make, where you can spend it? Would you like me to tell you? That sounds really abusive, doesn't it? Sounds really, really, really abusive. For a lot of people that don't like abuse. Let me tell you where you're allowed to go and what you're allowed to do. Sounds like freaking an abusive man. So when did we become the people that we are fighting so hard against? When did we become the people that can dictate to somebody else and control them and control their life? How is that not abuse? We have all these people abusing Seth. He is a victim in this as well, or did you guys forget that? I think a lot of people forgot that. He is a victim too. Oh, unless now we don't have any help any victims that have pasts now. Is that the thing? So anybody that's done any wrong, we don't help. We turn our back on, and the hell with them. Oh, don't worry, I can do it better. I can do it better. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Right? You really need to stop involving misfortune of others. But you're here, aren't you? Thank you for the click and the view, by the way. Supporting my channel. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you notice that I could sit here and talk literally for days. I don't even need to put anybody in my thumbnail. I bet you probably one of these content creators, one of these keyboard warriors that probably has to use my name just to even get a click and a view. Nice, huh? Nice. I like them. You're so gross. That's appropriate. Do I look like a woman that even remotely responds to something? Like, I think you're a jackass. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and just block you. How about that? That's how I respond to shit like that. I'm a lady, treat me like one. I love it, says sing it. But that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like I'm in a freaking, what do they call those things where you dance and sing? The shows? What is it called? Why am I drawing knows. I'm so sick of these judgmental people. Oh, no shit. No shit. People, and it's funny, and who the people are judging. It's like, you're a felon, you're a criminal, okay, you might be okay and you might be okay, but the rest of you guys are hot messes. Right? I mean, come on. Give me a break. Go, dancer. A musical. Nani's got it. Nani's always the one with all it. Nani, you need to be on one of those shows. You need to make us some money. I feel like you got this, girl. I feel like you could be on like The Price is Right, or, you know, something. What is that? What is Jeopardy? Jeopardy? Jeopardy. I think you'd be great on Jeopardy. I think you'd be great on Jeopardy. But that's it. The musical. I feel like I'm in the Sebastian Rogers musical, right? Where people are tap dancing all over somebody. I can do better. Look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me. Good gracious, good gracious. And what we're just trying to do is just bring awareness to the little kid, you know, the son of a gun, you know, he's out there. He's out there. He's got sensory issues. He's got quirky stuff like not wanting to wear shoes. He's got allergy issues. We did hear about the breastplate. So somebody, and I think I recall it, but somebody did reach out to me. And they said that they believe that somebody had brought the breastplate up to Seth early on in this investigation, and that he said that Sebastian doesn't wear the breastplate as much. So I don't know about the breastplate, but it doesn't sound like so literally everything was left at frickin' home. B. Betty, I think I'm killing the plant, by the way, just a little tangent. I think I'm killing the plant before it even starts. But it hasn't been long enough, I don't think. I think it's only been like less than a week. But I don't even have a sprout yet. I got a dog coming. I need this thing to sprout at least. I need this thing to sprout at least. I took it out of the window so it had a little bit more darkness to it. No one seems to be attacking and laughing Mom. You know what? That's why I said, you know, this whole thing, it's making me, this is not where I want my chance. I am not getting down to petty crap like that. Now, if it was a criminal, okay, I'll be petty Betty all day long. But not to an innocent freaking guy. Like, what are you trying to accomplish with all of this? I still have not figured out what they're trying to accomplish with the badgering of Seth, other than just to badger Seth, because nobody likes him. He's got a missing kid. When did we need to have a popularity contest here on the streets of social media for parents? I mean, what about Harmony's mom? She was a freaking junkie. Yet if she didn't sit there and try to find her daughter would still be missing out here, and Adam would still be booting crap up his arm. And God knows doing what else to other people. So, I mean, and there's no way you guys can say that Seth even remotely goes to the standard of frickin' Harmony's mom, Skid Row bum junkie that left her frickin' daughter to the wolves, right? My heart breaks for her. That's my point I'm trying to make, is my heart breaks for her, because it didn't matter what she still loved her kid. People do stupid shit all the time. Does it mean we beat them up because of it? Especially when they come here with open arms and say, hey, please help me. I just think we were wrong. We did this freaking case wrong. Period. I'm not getting off that. That is my stance. That is something I'm willing to stand on this hill about. What they did to this man in this case was utterly disgusting, and it was wrong. It was wrong. We don't get to pick and choose who the family chooses to work with and who they don't. And if you're okay with people doing that, then let Bullhorn Betty start dictating to you your life. I'll be happy to do it. And when you get sick and tired of it, then you can sit there and say something. But if you think you can do it to somebody else and nobody has a right to do it to you, let Bullhorn Betty take the reins for you. Actually, your life would probably turn around 100%. Just saying. Just saying. You might actually get something accomplished if I took over the reins. Just saying. May not believe me. I believe it. I haven't even gone to the dentist yet. It's this side right here. That's where it's at, right there. I haven't even gone to the dentist yet. So I'm waiting for I gotta wait for the car, and then I gotta go to the dentist. Since I stopped using, I think it was the sonic thing in this is what inflamed it. So when I stopped using this, it went down, but now I know I have whether it went down or not, I know I have an abscess just lying there waiting. So no matter how I look at it, it's gotta get fixed. It's not bothering me. It hasn't, but you can still see it's still quite swollen, still a little bit, not as bad as it once was. But it is. Kay's interview with the hand motion, evaluate her body language. Yeah, that's the one she did with Chronicles of Olivia. I looked at that video. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. As a matter of fact, Chronicles of Olivia is coming to Florida. I'm going to be seeing her soon. Hey, Josh. Kids from broken families get abducted more often. Yeah, I get that. I get where you're coming with that, Josh. But the problem is that children do, but that's usually because they have more, like when my parents were divorced, my sister and I kind of girls gone wild a little bit, you know, because mom wasn't talking to daddy and daddy wasn't talking to mommy, and we were teenagers, so we capitalized on that schnizzit real quick, right? Hey, mom, I'm going over to dad's. Hey, dad, I'm going over to mom's, right? Right? But the problem is that we had friends, we snuck out with people, we did all these things, right? And so this child here is much different. He didn't have friends, he didn't have girlfriends. He was completely surrounded by somebody in his family at all times. It's almost like a Summer Wells being on the top of a mountain and having to have a freaking Sasquatch, clear the mountain to take the girl. This is one of those things where you're going to have a ninja degree to take this child. So, whether Sasquatch or ninja, neither one of these cases hold water, in my opinion, when it comes to, an abduction theory. How did somebody abduct him? Why would he walk out in the middle of the night when he doesn't like darkness? Why would he walk out in the middle of the night without shoes on when he doesn't go out without shoes? Why would he go out in the middle of the night when the weather is freezing cold outside without a jacket when he has sensory issues? This is not a normal 15-year-old boy. His body's developing like a normal 15-year-old boy, but his insides are not. And so we got some problems. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Sebastian had an almost zero risk factor of abduction or runaway. Exactly, Merle's mom. Almost 0%. Why, Ellie, care about kids in Tennessee? Something's not right there. Well, you notice that all of a sudden, because they've been getting a bad rap because the social media creators are clubbing them over the head about, hey, if you want to get rid of a kid, move to Tennessee, right? I mean, it's not a good look for Tennessee, and I noticed TBI stepping up to the plate with all this HT and, ST, type of initiatives and stuff like that. Never once really solving any of the current missing people crimes that we've got right now, like Summer Wells, Holland Snap, Layla Santinello. There's a lot of cases that we have. Thank you. The way Kate acts on that interview, in my opinion, is one time she actually is messing up and telling the truth. Yeah. Just like I believe, Chris and Katie, when they're going on these channels that protect the bad guys, there's a few of them out there. There's not as many as the good channels, but there are a few of them out there that really do hone in on the bad guys. But they're going in there, and the one good thing, the silver lining of that is that they have a way of getting them to, because they're going into a friendly environment. So naturally, their guard is further down. The problem is that they're still live, and so we can always still get it. And they're making fatal mistakes, like telling us a month ago that the dogs always stay in the crates, but then here recently we find out that the dogs sleep in the bed with Katie when Chris is not home. So, you know, we're finding out, and they are making critical mistakes that I see. You know, they probably don't think that they're critical mistakes, but I see them as critical mistakes because they're poking holes in their own alibi and their own information by going on these channels. And of course, we're sitting here waiting for them. I've got a whole list. Remember I told you guys that I thought I downloaded that list of all the interviews because I've never been able to find it again. Luckily, I am not lying. I did find that list of interviews, so we've got the interviews. So what I'm going to do is Monday, we're going to have a live. Tomorrow, we're going to have our normal live, our Manic Monday live, first thing in the morning, probably around 7 a.m., between 7 and 8 a.m. for you guys that are on the East Coast. I'm on the East Coast. If you guys are on the West Coast, that's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys are up that early and you want to tune in, tune in. Tune in. But Monday we're going to do that, and then I'm going to start going through, because I've got a lot of paperwork that needs to be finalized. I've got some court stuff that needs to be turned in this week, so it's going to be kind of one of those, and we're going to slow some stuff down just a little bit to give me some much needed relief to get the rest of my paperwork done. But we're going to start going, and I'm going to have longer lives on the main channel, and we're going to start diving into these interviews. We're going to start finding their mistakes. We're going to start looking and honing in on it. And as soon as I get the car and I'm comfortable enough to go out of the state of Florida, then we're going out there to search. We're going to be looking at probabilities. Thank you, Lulu's Nana. God bless you. God bless you. So that's kind of what the idea is behind all of this. You know, again, we just really, I think it's very important, and I'm just going to ask my audience, even if you like your favorite creators, if you guys see them engaging in the bullying, you know, just please don't engage yourself. Don't be part of, like, there's so many people that say, like, they'll go into a chat, like on Facebook, and I'll see it, and they're like, oh, you know, Tony needs to go, and everybody will be like, I don't even like the drama. It's like, but you just created the drama by making that comment. You see what I'm saying? So you either want the drama or you don't. And so my suggestion, if you guys are interested in tampering some of this down, is don't engage in people that upset you. I know there's been even a couple times that I was going through this, and it's like I wanted to say something, type something out, and deleted it. Because I asked myself, is this going to create more drama, or is this going to help my position? And it was going to create more drama, so I deleted it. I didn't want to engage in it. I have decided, like, I literally don't want, this is not what I want. This is never what the channel was for. It wasn't for bickering back and forth. It wasn't for drama. We're a true crime channel. We're here for the victims and bad guys. And you know what? That is my boundary. And it took me 3 years to get here to have my hard boundaries, but these are my boundaries. And I'm tired of the drama. It does nothing for these cases. It does nothing for the victims. And look at all the pain it's causing for the families. I refuse to be a part of that. So I'm hoping that more people come over to this side and we get back to true drama where we don't have to agree. Like, you know, you may say this person did it. I may say this person did it. And we debate on the facts of the case, not the people. You know, I want to make sure that people start coming back over here, getting out of the drama sector of true crime. This is drama. The cases are true crime. They got enough drama in them. They got enough drama in them. We don't need to add to it. Trust me. Trust me. So that's where I want to get back to. So that's where the focus of this channel is going to be. I'm going to be setting up a meeting with my mods, a mandatory meeting with my mods to brainstorm on the best way to keep this this momentum on this channel and keep it, you know, victim focused. So we're going to be expecting, I mean, I don't expect it too much changes to this. It's just that we're no longer going to be dealing with the BS. And furthermore, you know, as I start bringing on, because I stopped doing any interviews for a while, as I start bringing more and more interviews back, we're going to have strict policies while we're engaging with our interviews. So I want everybody to be respectful. You don't have to agree with the person that's being interviewed, but you have to treat them with respect. You know, if you were up there and somebody was against your opinion or your stance, you would want them to treat you with respect. And so that's what we need to get back to, is even though we don't have to like somebody, we can think somebody is absolutely the most despicable person in the world, but we don't have to lower ourselves to engage in that pettiness. We can rise above it and still maintain our focus, maintain our integrity and who we are, all the while of being respectful of people that we don't like. So I hope everybody starts learning to get back to that. That would be amazing here on these streets. But if they don't, it doesn't matter. We stand alone. We are a one-man show here, right? We are a one-man show. We do not kowtow to anybody or any narrative. We stand on our own. We always will. We have the will to stand strong when there's nobody there behind us. Okay. And I think this is going to be a good change for this channel. I think it's going to be where we stand. We have our boundaries, and these are our boundaries. And I think more people will follow suit once they see the calming it does, you know, where we can actually affect change and actually be a benefit and a help to these cases instead of constantly hindering them with these pissing contests and, oh, I can do it better. And should I stay in the case? No. Get the fuck out of the case, as a matter of fact. Get out, right? Because you're not in it for the case if you have to ask that question. So let's everybody get back into the case. Let's do what's right for this 15-year-old boy and do it the best we can do it. Right now, this is not the best. We can do so much better. So much better. So I know that I'm in control of my behavior, and so if nothing more, that's what I can control, and we will not engage anymore. Not this channel, not any of my channels. I'm done. We're true crime. God bless. I love you, and we'll be on the main channel a little later tonight. God bless.